Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour. Afternoon, actually.
Oh, yes, it is.
12:30 Central Time. So we start our second doubles semifinal. It is Holly Scott on the left in front alongside partner Kelani Lawrence. Both of them from USA taking on the Mexican pair, the one seeds. On the left, Alexandra Herrera, and on the right, Montse Mejia. And we'll have Mejia. Oh, so Herrera couldn't swing because she actually hit Holly Scott. And Holly Scott says, I think it was the follow through. I don't think it was the follow through. I think it was part of the swing forward.
Right, I think she was actually in the motion of swinging and had not yet contacted the ball.
So now it's called replay. Well, if you don't like it, appeal. No appeal coming. We have line judges.
And they do have a coaching corner.
If you're just joining us this weekend, my name's Tim Baghurst, joined for this match by Sandy Rios, player, tournament director, LPRC board member, USAR board member, president of Texas Racquetball, member of San Antonio Racquetball Association.
Anytime. People think I do things if you say that.
So if you ever need a volunteer for your organization,
do not call Sandy
Rios says yes.
You will not find me. Trust me. I saw the serve is good. Now I'm standing over you. I saw it as good. It was called good.
Yeah, no argument. That would be a chance where you can see Herrera actually saying, should we appeal the short serve? They're talking about it, but they're not going to. 0 serving 2.
Oh.
Point, 1 serving 2.
Lawrence and Scott can definitely win this. Scott playing on her home courts. Should be very comfortable.
Absolutely. I'm going to get a replay on that.
Very nice shot from Montse Mejia, soft hands. I think we're going to see a very different match to what we saw earlier, which was a lot of long rallies punctuated by either a rollout or a skip.
No.
I expect to see a bit cleaner in this match.
Yes.
Particularly the shooters are going to be Herrera's forehand pinch and Holly Scott with her pinches.
Right. Now, she's the one shooting right now.
Look at that from Alexandra Herrera.
Well, you can't put it to her in the center of the court and let her stand there and not expect it.
Montse Mejia on the right side in the back will be in the singles final this evening, taking on Maria Jose Vargas. Mejia, a fine win over Longoria yesterday, the 2 seed in a tiebreaker.
Smart shot by Herrera there, right where she needed everybody pinned on the wall. And Scott and Lawrence are going to have excuse me, better serves if they're going to go down the middle. They've got to be very good because both Herrera and Mejia have a backhand.
call was 2 bounces.
On Mejia.
Is that?
It's hand out.
I like it. That's a warning.
Yep.
And you could see Mejia acting like, what did I do?
Well,
you
a little too
reacted
hard
by slamming the ball after the call that you didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
I like that from our official Martineau, just settling things down like, I'm not going to tolerate that.
Well, and it's more a matter, you want to hit the ball like that, that's fine, but don't do it after you got a call you didn't like, because this is the appearance, right?
You're not supposed to do it after at all.
Well, and they're used to tapping, right, to come to them, only this was not a tap. This was
we all knew that was an angry
Well,
hit.
I'm saying yes.
So did Monse Mejia.
Yes.
So Statman Asher on the ceiling balls in these doubles matches. And what we found in singles was the player who hit the most ceiling balls was the most likely to lose the match.
Right.
For whatever reason. I mean, we can speculate. We kind of saw the same thing happening in doubles, too, in our first round. We'll see if it happens here. Whoa, very nice from Holly Scott, getting very low to poke that ball into the front corner, front wall, rather.
Okay, so the previous semi, who won the first game?
It was Key and Munoz.
They won the first game, lost the second game, and then won
the third
the
game.
Tiebreak. So that falls into that is into what Todd Boss found. So that one fell into the 96% that he found on LPR.
Yeah, he said 93%.
93.
93% of the time, whoever on the LPRT tour, whoever wins the first game, if it goes to breaker, wins the third. But we found the opposite yesterday.
Yes. Today we're back on the norm. Gotcha.
Very nice from Monse Mejia.
Well, you saw her she used her body to get Lawrence totally out of position, so it opened that up completely.
Nicely done from Holly Scott. Take a look at this. Mejia running forward to cover the backhand pinch. Scott goes wide angle and just catches Mejia looking to the left. Well, it wasn't a good return. I don't think it was a good serve. And Mejia made 3 shots that weren't good and put it in the floor. A reprieve for the U.S. team. We're getting a replay.
Yep. I think it's a good call. Although both Scott and Lawrence had a replay on that because they both were at the ball.
So Lawrence is asking, should we appeal for an avoidable? Looking to her mom, Malia Bailey, sitting over to our right. On the left side, supporting Herrera Mejia, is Trujillo, the male pro player. I believe they all train together.
No, that cannot be argued with.
No, and Monse Mejia can hit anything from anywhere. Tremendous hands. And I asked her last night, she was hitting some just ridiculous shots in her doubles.
Yes, she was.
Smart. And I asked her last night, I said, how do you practice those? Because they're not normal racquetball shots. And she said, I don't. It's just what my hands do.
Yes. So it's an unconscious automatic reaction, and that's just natural talent, right?
Forced error from Mejia. Great defense from Team USA, but I feel like, Sandy, if they're going to win this match, they have to execute some kill shots, some winners themselves.
Yes.
We know Kehlani Lawrence is tremendously fast and fit, keeps the ball alive. It's going to be, I feel like, on her on this right side, not just to get balls back against Herrera Mejia, but to really put balls away too.
She's going to have to, she's going to have to be a shooter as much as she is a getter.
Because we know Holly Scott, that's her game, and you just saw it there with a great forehand pinch winner. 3 serving 7. Smart shot, straight down the line from Mejia.
And out, 3 serving 7.
Oh.
You just feel, Sandy, that this Mejia's a cat playing with a mouse.
Yeah, when she does things like that.
Look at this.
Absolutely.
And I think a wise timeout from Lawrence and Scott. Mejia and Herrera are in control. It's 7 serving 3. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Cole Sindri. Last year I received the Greg Peck Spirit Award given to the athlete that gives everything they have on the court. I'm here to announce an exciting effort for juniors, the Greg Peck Memorial Fund. Lauren, Greg's wife, established the fund in his memory to award annual scholarships to aspiring high-level juniors to aid with the cost of travel, entry fees, training, and equipment. How can you help? Click on the QR code provided. The fund is halfway to $100,000 needed for endowment and to begin awarding annual scholarships. Your donation will help grow the sport of racquetball and keep Greg's spirit alive. Donate now.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim Backers, Sandy Rios, Asher Baggers with the stats, and Jay Josie at the controls. We talked about ceiling balls being an important factor. 12 for Team USA, just 6 for Team Mexico. Scoreline supports what we've been learning this weekend.
Yes.
Lawrence puts it away for a half out.
And out, 7 serving 3.
Well, in the fact, I think what it means is that ceiling shots is a more of a defensive shot, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The more you hit, the more you're on defense. You're not the one shooting. You're one trying to keep it alive.
Wow, Mejia got that.
Ooh.
And touched her racket as it went past. Herrera got it back, but
just
Mejia,
enough.
Yep, Mejia tried to do a little too much.
Well, in instincts again, right? The ball's coming right at you.
Shot from Scott.
Point, 4 serving 7.
What a great wide angle shot. Deserves another look from Mejia.
And out,
took pace off of this, just guided it into the back for serving 7. Side out.
Side out, 7 serving 4.
Yeah, just she is like a cat today. She really is, coming out of nowhere.
All weekend.
Yeah.
There was that long singles semifinal with Paula Longoria. We'll let this rally finish. And you and I covered it. It was over an hour and a half, and it wasn't side out, scrappy rollout, skip, rollout. It was shot after shot after shot. And that's a great shot from Scott. Shot after shot after shot. And we even mentioned during the commentary how hard those players were having to work during the rallies.
Yes.
And afterwards I asked Mejia, I said, Montse, good rally. I asked Montse, were you tired at any point in that? She's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, conditioning. Yeah, she may be sweating and she may be a little out of breath after a long one. But there you see, she's like, I can do it. I can keep doing it. I was fine, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest, in that match, I thought that Longoria was more out of it conditioning-wise than Mejia was. Like
great shot from Lawrence.
Spider-Man Mejia on the wall, not to get killed over there.
Yeah, Mejia might be doing a little too much at the moment. Still lead, though. It's 6 serving 8.
Well, and it's shocking as well as Mejia's playing this weekend to me that they're more going after Mejia than they are Herrera.
Great shot from Holly Scott. Watch this. Lines up and then drives forward low. Doesn't take a full swing. Does what she needs. Very smart from Herrera. Interesting change up from Lawrence going to the around the world shot, sidewalls to get it deep in the hope that it does something different.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence had her hand up. I'm not sure why. And jams Mejia.
And she's not going to wind it up. She's going to say, oh, I just was balancing myself after that.
So 8 serving 8. Very nice shot from Mejia. Watch the footwork as she turns her body around to set up for that backhand pinch winner. Herrera Mejia had a bye in the 16s to get to the quarterfinals. They took on Lambert Martinez. A fun matchup last night. but they won it comfortably, 8-6. Scott and Lawrence, a little bit more of a test against Barrios and Laime. They came through in 2 straight, 10-12. Mejia too good up in the front with those hands. 9 serving 8.
We have 10 serving 8. There was a point.
10-8. Excuse me. Waiting for them in the finals is Munoz and Key. All of a sudden, it's Mexico. It was 8-8. Now it's 11-8.
But who's putting it down? Also, it's Mejia. And a nice return there by Scott.
And out. 11 serving 8.
Final this evening for doubles, scheduled for 6:20. That's subject to conditions, i.e. the singles match, the singles final.
Yes.
Look at Mejia scampering all over this court. And then Holly Scott skips one into the floor for another point. USA need a timeout.
And they're going to take it.
And there it is. Okay, timeout 1 minute. We'll be back. Question for you. We did some questions last night. We had a little fun with everybody watching. Best doubles player on tour. Let's hear what you think. Welcome back, everybody. Question for you all watching on who, in your opinion, on the LPRT is the best doubles player? Oh, very nice from Holly Scott. Timeout worked, got the side out. It's 8 serving 12.
And that's one thing when you go up the middle and you've got a shooter, lefty shooter up the middle, you're going to have to be prepared for it to come in right back up the middle. Herrera wants to, she knows she'd have let that go for her partner.
Replay, a comfortable call for our official Glenn Martineau, who's certainly had his work over this weekend, but has done very, very well.
Yes, he has, and it is a learning experience. Those of you who may or may not agree with him, it's a learning experience to ref at this level consistently every day for a whole weekend. So he's doing a great job.
Skip ball from Scott. Kehlani Lawrence just couldn't put the ball down.
Right.
Was hitting the ball back to Mejia. Herrera went to the ceiling. Scott had the chance, put it into the floor. 13-9.
Oh.
And misses another one. 14-9.
14, serving 9.
And it doesn't make it. Ball comes off the back wall just enough for Scott's racket to get to it, but it doesn't make the front wall. Just like that, Mejia Herrera take the first. Well, we talked about ceiling balls, Sandy. Whoever hits more ceiling balls tends to lose. Look at this, 17-34. You can guess who hit more ceiling balls.
Yes. And it just means they're playing defense.
Well, and I also think it means that, I mean, we all know there are times when you should hit a ceiling ball,
Right.
but if you're at a 50-50, do something different.
Yes.
Don't go to the ceiling, because every time you go to the ceiling, as you alluded to, you're going to defense. If it's not a perfect ceiling ball, you're creating offense for your opponents. So we'll see if Scott and Lawrence really dial that and say, you know what, let's stop going up. Let's start going straight, see what
Right.
happens in game 2. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Jessica Parrilla and I play with Yearbooks. A great athlete is make about discipline, effort, constance, and before to be a great athlete, you have to be a great person. One of my future goals is be on the top 3 in the professional tour again. I did it once and I think I can go back there. I enjoy the passion of the game. I enjoy the passion of the life, of everything. And I always think like love is the first thing in everything. The things I think, the things I say, and the things I do are on the same line. And enjoy, because we don't know how long we're gonna be here. So enjoy and give love to others as much as we can.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baggers, Sandy Rios, Asher Baghurst, Jay Josie, all providing this coverage. Sandy, best doubles player in the game is?
There's no answers online.
There are. I'm asking you.
My answer? Y'all can disagree, but I'm going to call Michelle Key.
Really?
I'm going to tell you, I've seen her play with multiple different partners. She plays either side well. She's smart. She plays the game the way it should be played. May not always hit the shot perfectly, but she plays the right shot.
Well, she is in the finals this evening.
Side out, 0, serving 0.
Only one response that we saw in the chat, and it's Montse Mejia, hands down, and that would be my vote too.
That's up there. But I think she and Herrera are a good doubles partner because they gel, right? We haven't seen Mejia. We saw her off with Longoria, but it didn't last because it didn't gel.
Yeah.
Two great players, but it didn't gel. She plays with Herrera because they gel. Their styles and what they do gel. I think Key has the ability to make it work with multiple different styles. That's why that would be my choice. But if you're going to put Mejia with Herrera, I'm going to tell you, yeah, she is probably the best.
Replay coming up.
But that would be my reasoning behind my answer.
No, it's It's an opinion. That's what makes it interesting.
Right.
Oh, my
heavens.
goodness, that ball. Watch how slow this ball was. Herrera just scooped and scored.
Kind of looks like my power shot, doesn't it?
No comment.
Yeah, you
Looks
can
like
agree.
looks like your drive serve, Sandy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The ones I get everything into, yeah.
Smart shot from Scott. Look how Mejia was creeping forward to the middle. Scott goes inside out.
Oh,
Ball
Darn that
slides
wall.
along the wall.
who put that wall there?
Out, 0 serving 1.
The value of outdoor racquetball. No side balls.
There is that advantage, but there is also no back wall.
Oh, my goodness. Lawrence goes to the floor trying to get that ball up and grabs her knee, but I think she's okay.
I think it was more grab the knee and make sure it's still okay.
So Kalani Lawrence is asking for a replay. I heard her say, "Can I get a replay?" Because I tripped on her foot as I went for the ball. And the referee says no. So one agrees with the ref, one disagrees, so call stands.
Now,
And too many unforced errors right now from Lawrence and Scott.
Serving 0.
Herrera, Mejia just playing clean. They're not doing anything special. They're hitting the front wall. Mejia's not really a shooter.
no, she's just putting the ball down,
Point 3 serving
right?
0.
They're not, she's not rocketing it in there, but she's putting it down where they're not able to return it.
So what's the call here, Sandy?
He's going to call a replay. Lawrence had it, but thought she left it for her partner.
I think an avoidable is the right call here.
Do you?
And this time the line judges are on the opposite sides of each other. The one on the right who agreed last time disagrees this time, and vice versa. So call stands. It is an appeal lost, and it's a replay. That's smart. I lost count of the ceiling balls in that rally, but it certainly doubled what we had from before.
It has to have, yeah.
Lawrence and Scott now lead the ceiling balls 11-7. Lots of defense from the U.S. team. It's 4-0 in favor of Mexico.
Right into the center of Herrera.
Herrera going for a little too much on that one, but no points lost. If you're going to skip it when you're serving. Herrera got real tight to that sidewall.
She was on the wall.
And had a chance to get that ball back. Couldn't make it. First point.
Well, she knew it was coming right back at her.
That's nicely done. Reverse pinch winner from Scott. It's been a very slow start to this second game. What's the call?
It's going to be a point.
Yeah, no argument this time.
Nope. We're going to get a replay.
Yeah.
They're not going to like it, but I think it's a good call.
I'm not sure anybody likes it, but
Well,
3-4.
shot from Mejia taking that ball early, pinching it into the right corner. Holly Scott jams Herrera in the middle.
mm-hmm.
4-4.
Ties it up 4-4. Well, and they're going a little more after Herrera.
Mm-hmm. But I think, for me, Lawrence has to put some balls away. He cannot, I don't think, from a doubles perspective, if you're Scott, you feel the pressure because you have to win these points because your teammate is getting balls back but isn't winning them. And it makes you try to shoot more than you maybe should.
Right.
Whereas Herrera, Mejia, both of them can put balls down. We know Mejia's going to do a little bit more crazy stuff, rally stuff, but both of them are putting balls away. And there's a great example, reverse pinch winner. But if I'm Holly Scott, it would affect me knowing that it's on me. I've got to win the points.
Right.
And then maybe I try too hard.
Well, it's similar to when you shoot, they return it. You shoot a little lower, they return it. It's like when you play a great defensive player. You keep going a little bit lower, push it a little farther.
Tremendous get from Scott. But straight down the line goes Herrera. Watch this. It wasn't bad from Scott But Herrera with quick feet was able to get there and go straight down the line again. 7-4. Good shot from Scott.
Nice shot there.
Scott's playing well. I mean, yes, she's missed one or two. She's going to because she shoots a lot.
Well,
It's just part of her game. Another diving effort from Scott. But look at the reverse
Wow.
pinch winner from Montse Mejia.
yeah.
Soft hands. Scott lifted up her leg. I wonder if she'd have just stood there, it wouldn't have been the rollout.
It's possible.
Didn't have to give her the reverse pinch.
Right. Had she been hit, it would have been a replay, correct?
That will be a replay. 4 serving 7. Oh my goodness, Montse Mejia read that like yesterday's news.
Oh my gosh.
Knew exactly what Kehlani Lawrence was going to
Well,
do.
This is where we say we all have tendencies, and sometimes you have to change your tendency because they know how each other play. They see tape, right?
Herrera, if you've seen Herrera's highlight reel, you know that it's usually a forehand pinch.
Right. And even if it's not, you have to get up there and get in her head that you've got it covered, right?
Scott goes to the ceiling. Pays the price.
Point, 9 serving 4.
And there's the timeout.
So here comes the timeout. 9 serving 4. Wonderful shot from Montse Mejia. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Second semifinal. Winner plays Chilean Carla Munoz and USA player Michelle Key in the final. Don't forget, of course, we have singles coming up. The singles final before that. You won't want to miss it. 5:15 p.m. is scheduled. It's Maria Jose Vargas against Montse Mejia, 1 versus 3. Sandy, you and I watched them both yesterday.
Well,
Any thoughts on a favorite?
it depends on which Vargas shows up. The Vargas we saw yesterday, yes, she won, but
I think she was lucky to win.
She's yes, that's what I'm saying. If the Maria Jose Vargas that we know and the one that played the day before shows up, it's going to be a battle.
There it is by Herrera.
Yeah.
But credit Mejia,
Like a,
who knew what was happening and went early. Finished very nicely by Herrera down the left side. What's the call?
And out.
Yep, avoidable hinder.
has to be.
Yes. Can't. Well, you could argue with it, but Choose not
you're
to.
going to lose.
Very well done.
Yes. I thought she had made the mistake to let it go by, but she got down low, stayed low.
Holly Scott is playing very, very well in this
Yes.
semifinal. Kehlani Lawrence not playing poorly, but not, as I mentioned before, winning points. There it is. And why? Did you notice the switch over? Scott
Yes.
going to the right, Lawrence to the left. All of a sudden, Lawrence putting a ball away. 5 serving 10.
Well, they're going away from Mejia, too, right?
It's a loose serve. It's a nick lob that comes short. Alexandra Herrera, we talked about,
Yes.
we said last night, best forehand in the game.
Right. But at that one, Holly Scott should have been up there. She should have been in front
Well,
of
she
the short
should
line.
know Herrera's going to
That's what I'm saying.
hit
She
her
should have been
favorite
there.
pot.
Even if Herrera changes her shot, she sees Scott there, and that puts the pressure on her to make the perfect pinch.
10 serving 5.
Pass goes deep into the right corner. Lawrence almost on the floor, but unable to get that ball up. 11-5. Scott went to the ceiling twice. Herrera didn't, Mejia didn't, and it was the Mexican team that win another point. What a shot.
Yes.
Inside out forehand, Holly Scott.
12 serving 5.
Very tough shot to execute, did so
Yes.
incredibly well. Through the legs for Mejia. And again through the legs. And Scott
Oh.
skips it.
But I liked what they were doing. They were pushing Mejia and Herrera to the back, making them shoot from the back. And they got what they wanted. Scott just skipped that one in.
13 serving 5, 2 points away from a place in the final. Skip ball. Well, our stats are a little off. Mejia Herrera have 26 ceiling balls, Lawrence Scott 23, because Lawrence and Scott are hitting around the worlds and Z balls. They've changed it up. They're getting away from that ceiling ball.
Yeah, and there's the danger with that. You've got Mejia just standing up there, soft hands. Let me just guide it to the corner because you all are in the back of the court.
2 o'clock matches. Please check in. We have a 2 o'clock match. Please check in.
Herrera puts one down. Scott goes down the line.
Side out.
Herrera was sitting on that.
Serving 5.
Side out, 13-5.
Smart.
Straight down the middle. Take another look at this, everybody. This is clever.
14 serving 5.
It was perfectly between them.
Well, nothing off the back wall with that one either.
Herrera will shoot. Oh, and a missed ceiling ball. The kind of the story of this this match where Scott Lawrence going to the ceiling, going up, playing defense a little too much against the 1 seeds. And as a consequence, they win 15-9, 15-5. We saw a little change. They finished 28 apiece. Excuse me, 27 to 28 on the ceiling balls. Lawrence and Scott with 1 less. But as I mentioned, in game 2, we saw some more around the worlds and Z's, particularly from Lawrence. So again, still staying more defensive. And as a consequence, Mejia Herrera just executing the offense better.
Right. Well, I think when Mejia and Herrera went to the ceiling, it was because Lawrence and Scott were shooting. And and it was a good shot, but they put it up. But then it would be returned with another ceiling shot, and then they would be the shooters, and then they would put it down. So
it was very interesting as well, just seeing the different styles. We've got Herrera, of course, who's a very much a shooter, and we've got Mejia, who's willing to run and cover a tremendous amount of court.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And Mejia's really developed her game in doubles, not just from I keep the ball alive, but I put the ball down. And for me, Scott played extremely well, winning a lot of points. Lawrence didn't play poorly, but couldn't support in the kill shot, in the winning shot factor.
Right. She was able to keep the ball alive, but it wasn't a good alive because then it would set up something from Mejia.
Yeah, it was just another rally extender.
Yes, it was, basically, I'm just doing enough. Instead of keeping it alive, but I'm doing it well enough that they're not able to shoot off my save. So.
Okay, so commendable from both semifinal matches. The winners advance. Munoz and Key will be facing Herrera and Mejia, the 1 seeds. Of course, coming up at 5:15, we've got the final. It's Vargas versus Mejia in singles, and then the doubles that follow. Sandy, I know you're excited about it. I certainly am. I hope you all are. We'll be back for that match here in San Antonio.
Hi, I'm Cole Sindri. Last year I received the Greg Peck Spirit Award given to the athlete that gives everything they have on the court. I'm here to announce an exciting effort for juniors, the Greg Peck Memorial Fund. Lauren, Greg's wife, established the fund in his memory to award annual scholarships to aspiring high-level juniors to aid with the cost of travel, entry fees, training, and equipment. How can you help? Click on the QR code provided. The fund is halfway to $100,000 needed for endowment and to begin awarding annual scholarships. Your donation will help grow the sport of racquetball and keep Greg's spirit alive. Donate now.